All right, secure TCP. This is the next topic. Yeah, if you recall, when we were talking about these service requirements, right, there are 4 of them. Reliability, which is supported by TCP. Delay requirement, right, it's somewhat supported by using UDP. Bandwidth requirement, and that might be better supported by UDP, but TCP might do a reasonable job. But the 4th, security. Yeah, the fact is that TCP and UDP, none of them provide security. There's no encryption at all. If we send passwords through the internet straight using TCP or UDP, it's essentially clear text. If there's someone intercepting the message, that someone gets access to our bank accounts or gets into our Amazon.com's account. So none of these cases is good. Big money loss potentially involved. So demand is growing, therefore there is need of these secure layers. So this is secure socket layer. So what it means is that before messages go through the socket and go out on the internet, let's make sure that it's secure. Okay, so it's to provide encryption to messages that's going into a TCP socket. As a result, then we can encrypt messages using a key, or we could verify the receiver using a certificate. Okay. So this is just as important as trying to make sure that the data is confidential. Okay, because how do you know if this server that you are contacting to is indeed a Google server, right? How do you know if it's indeed your bank's server? So this is to identify whether the person you're talking to is indeed the person you're expecting. This is just to make sure that no one can understand the message. No third person can understand the message. Okay. And SSL is at application layer. Yeah, it's on top of TCP, therefore it falls in the application layer. But it's also right underneath the application layer protocol, so message goes through the application layer protocol, and then to the SSL, and then to TCP. Okay, so this picture below illustrates what I meant here. So SSL right here, right underneath the application layer protocol, but right above the transport layer protocol. Last, Ssl Socket Api. Yeah, to implement SSL, there are APIs available for each programming languages. In Chapter A, you will see Python's API to try to encrypt messages before they send messages out onto TCP socket. Now, in this semester, towards the end, one of the PAs, you will also be exercising the APIs in Golang to do secure TCP. But there, we'll be using this, TLS, Transport Layer Security Support. Yeah, this is actually a newer term for SSL. So nowadays, people don't call the security support over TCP SSL. They are all referred to as the TLS. Okay. If you think about it, this makes a lot of sense because, hey, SSL there is not really a layer. It's more a support for security. All right. Next, let's explain how TLS works. Before that, let me go back to the very fundamental computer security. How do you encrypt a message such that it can be kept as a secret? So the classic approach is the secret key mechanism. So what we do there is to generate a key, and we share the key with Bob and Alice. So when Alice has a message to send, yeah, use that key K, apply the encryption function, and it's going to generate something that's messy. So a third party in the middle here might intercept the message, but without knowing the key, it's not able to decrypt it. Bob, on the other hand, receiving the messy message using the key can restore the original message. Okay, so this is the classic secret key communication. Unfortunately, the secret key system will not work to implement TLS. If you think about it, we have one shared secret key. Let's say if Alice is the one generating the secret key. Alice is yet to send the secret key to Bob, isn't it? I mean, didn't we need TLS because we fear we send password in clear text to the other end? So Alice here is sending the shared secret key in clear text to Bob. Same problem. Yeah, so we do have a bootstrap problem with the secret key. Now, to address that problem, we use this other system on top of secret key. It's called the public key system. So instead of using one shared key, public key system generates a key pair. One is called the private key, the other is called the public key. All right, so the receiver of the secret message is over here. Sender of the secret message is on the other side. What the sender does is to plug the message she wants to send, and then encrypt it with the receiver's public key. Yeah, the reason that it's called the public key is exactly because R is going to give out that key to the public, including the sender here. So this is going to scramble the original. So this function is essentially scrambling the original bits here using this particular parameter. So the encrypted message, as it arrives at the receiver there, then apply the same function and take the received message, and receiver can decrypt with the other key in the key pair. So this is going to give the original message back. Now, the private key is the one kept by the receiver, and no one else in the world will know. Therefore, you ensure that no one else will be able to decrypt the encrypted message. So only the receiver can see the original message. So this is how the public key ensures secret exchange. So TLS, illustrated up here, works this way. Alice here is a client requesting service from Bob here, a server. So client here first sends hello message to the server. Server in response sends server's public key. So Alice here can then encrypt the shared secret that has been generated before using Bob's public key. So Bob's public key here. Then encrypted master key will arrive at the Bob side. And because Bob is the only one holding the Bob's private key, therefore Bob can restore the master key from ENS. And that's how Bob and Alice establishes the shared secret key. So in this case, you see Alice is the one generating the secret key. And from then on, all the messages are encrypted using the master secret key. And that's how TLS worked.